trying things that have never been done in a very long time right now. Um, what does it feel like to be accomplishing that points-wise, and where do you, where do you want this to take you?
You know what? To be honest, I haven't put much thought into it. Just trying to be a part of the group and help our team win. We're in a tight race in the Western Conference. We have lots of players on our team that are doing lots of special things, and I haven't really put much thought into it. No.
So when you've won as many scoring championships as you've already won, and Hearts that you've already won, is the team stuff next? Is that what matters the most?
Well, yeah. I mean, of course. It's always been about the team. It always has been. That's obviously the goal, and that's the ultimate goal, and that's what we're building towards, and that's what yeah.
How much of your success depends on Leon, and how much of his success depends on you?
Yeah, we certainly help each other a lot out there. We've played together a long time, and our chemistry, is definitely there. And it's a special thing. Two good players that know each other. We're going to be majority of the time, and makes for some fun hockey.
Continues to build year after year.
Yeah, it continues to. Obviously it's a tough league. Really hard league to produce in, and we seem to do it each and every year, and that takes lots of evolution, lots of trying things, and trying to figure out new ways to kind of create. I think we've done a good job of that.
What's made you a goal scorer this year as opposed to other years where the numbers were tilted more towards assists?
Yeah, I think maybe focusing on shooting the puck a little bit more, taking the puck to the net. Those are things that I've kind of always been a pass first guy, and I kind of always said that take the best available play. But this year I just feel like I've been put in some good spots, obviously playing with some good players, and the puck's going in. I think that's ultimately just the difference. I've never been an elite goal scorer. I always create chances and have always gotten chances, but for some reason this year it's going in.
Is that anything you worked on in the summer, or worked on to try and get your shot better or quicker? Or, I know you're always working on new things.
Yeah, always working on my game. I'm always shooting pucks, doing all that type of thing. Watching some other guys score goals and stuff like that. How they kind of go about it. So many guys go about it so many different ways, and I think it's always a chance to learn watching other guys.
Who do you like to watch?
Well, you like to watch Austin, or obviously Sid has kind of evolved his game over the course of his career, and he scores goals so many different ways.
Connor, you obviously mentioned Sid, but a lot of these guys out here are talking about how they're amazed by your highlights, just like fans. What does that mean to hear?
It means a lot. Obviously it means a lot. These are the best of the best in the game, and to get another All-Star game with everybody is always special. But to hear guys say that, it means a lot.
Connor, obviously you have a bit of a relationship with Bo Horvat, and you've played against him a lot. What does he bring, and what will he bring to the Islanders now that he's been traded?
Yeah, he's going to bring somebody that brings it each and every night, and somebody that can play at both ends of the rink. Obviously he's having a career year scoring goals, and defensively he's solid. He's great on the kill. Obviously his face-off numbers speak for themselves. So they're kind of getting somebody that can kind of do it all.
Anything different you've noticed going against him this year versus maybe
Yeah, I just think his confidence is there. I think he got off to a real good start, and that helps so many different things. And obviously, namely confidence, and he feels good about himself. I think he feels good about his game, and it certainly shows out there.
What do you make of how wide open the Western Conference is? In the East, Boston sort of separate themselves. We know that Toronto and Tampa are probably going to play each other, but in the West, teams can fall pretty much anywhere right now.
It's tight. It's really tight, and there's not many teams out of it. It's going to be a good race coming down the stretch. I think, again, it just speaks to the parity. I know that's what the league wants. They want parity. Well, they definitely got it in the West. It's real tight, and it seems like teams are going on 7-game winning streaks, and then the next week they're losing 3 and 4 in a row. So it seems to be pretty wildly up and down, and obviously the Oilers have felt the effects of that. We've been doing that as well. So we feel good about our game heading into the break here, and need to keep it rolling.
This is only the fourth time Ovi and Sid are going to be at the same All-Star game. I mean, that's kind of crazy to think about. But 18 years later, like what stands? I mean, there's so much that stands out about them, I'm sure. But just that relationship for you, see that up close over the years.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they've kind of grown up together in a sense. Playing against each other, and lots of great playoff battles, and they both won, and it's been really cool to see as a fan. Kind of that battle, and to see how much respect they have for each other as well is great.
Were you drafted here?
Yep.
So this is kind of a homecoming of sorts for you, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I guess full circle. Kind of 8 years later. I remember my draft day. We actually rented Sea-Doos, and we were, kind of bombing around out there with my family. So, yeah, it was fun.
What stood out to you how Stuart has navigated this? Jack obviously signs a big contract, but Stuart said he took that as a challenge, and while being Jack's teammate, but he's run with it.
Yeah, well, I think that's the first thing. I think both goalies are great teammates to each other. They're great teammates to the whole group. But seeing their relationship is great. Obviously two great guys, and that both genuinely want the best for each other. And of course, Jack came in and signed a big contract, and there's lots of expectations. But it's not easy to change teams. It's really not easy. And it's taken him a little bit, and you can really see that his game's starting to come around, and obviously Stu is he's a young guy, and we had asked a lot of him early on, and he's played a lot, and he's handled it great.
I had a conversation with Stuart Skinner in the offseason, and he was talking about doing the things to make him a full-time NHLer, and here he is at the NHL All-Star game. As a teammate, what have you noticed about his process so far?
Yeah. It's really, really kind of fun to see. I actually remember meeting Stu, before he was even drafted, I think, to the WHL, training with Gary Roberts, and so I've known him for a really long time, and seen him get drafted to the Oilers and kind of develop through that whole system. It's been fun to really see, and to see him as an everyday NHLer and now an NHL All-Star. It's a pretty crazy evolution.
Talk about your team and your team first guy. Since Christmas, your team has been able to string together some successful hockey. What was the biggest turnaround for you, and is there a specific moment that you can recall with your teammates that allowed this turnaround?
Yeah, I think back to the game in LA. Where our penalty kill was bad and our power play was really bad, but our 5-on-5 game was really good. And LA's always been a thorn in our side, and always gave us everything we can handle. But I thought our 5-on-5 game was really good, and our special teams are really good, and we knew that was going to turn around. And I think ever since then we've gone on a real nice run, and you could kind of feel it in that game that it was frustrating that we were losing, but there were some really good things going on, and we've kind of built on that.